Hello everyone. Friends, electronic data integrity is one of the most important topic in our regulatory environment today. We are working day to day with the electronic data. So, the electronic data is one of the most important, or we can say part of our work, our output. So, today we discuss about the electronic data integrity. I really request to all of you, please see this video till end so that all the perspective that I collected from different media can I show in front of you, and we can review our system of electronic data integrity in our organization also. So friend, myself Hema Sharma, I have more than 15 years experience in compliance domains of pharmaceutical quality system. Friends, what is the e-data integrity? We have lot of data, we have lot of things to manage in our organization. We have to grow in current scenario of regulatory environment. So all this mashup, this all the mashup that whatever we have as a micro data, as a our HPLC data, as our analytical data, as our processing data, as our warehouse management, as our manufacturing process, packing process, we have lot of data for the customer, for the regulators. So manage this all the things with help of electronic name norms, with the help of electronic things. So it will be easy for us. So we are doing like this. We are managing our data electronically. But when we manage this electronic data in the norms of electronic means or software means, there should be fulfill the principle of the data integrity. We have to remember that. We have to ensure the all the system that we built in our organization or our environment should be compliance all the principle of the data integrity and document governance. The reliability of our data should be like that, give us more confidence about the customer satisfaction. Data integrity is not new, we all know. In different guidelines or different clause of CFR also, there is always written something related to the integrity of data, like shall be documented at the time of performance. Record shall be legible and shall be stored to minimize deterioration and to prevent loss. Record shall be accessible for inspection and copying. Record shall be legible and indelible. Shall identify the person immediately responsible. Shall include dates showing that the original record have been reviewed for accuracy and completeness. Record stored in automated data processing system shall be backed. All records reviewed required by this part shall be retained for a period of time equivalent to whatever be your time to retain your document. May be retained either as original record or as a two copy. Record shall be maintained concurrently with the performance of each significant step, many more. So there is lot of the statement available in our regulation that is directly linked with the data integrity principles. We have guidelines, we have MHRA guideline, we have DA guideline, we have WHO guideline to understand the importance, the requirement of data integrity, of compliance. So, if we are going to clear about the eDI, let's see. 21 CFR Part 11 says, person who use the closed system to create, modify, maintain, or transmit electronic records shall be employee procedure. Means there should be the written procedure how you employ and controls designed to ensure the authenticity, integrity, and when appropriate, the confidentiality of electronic record. Second, person who use electronic signature based upon use of identification codes in combination with the password shall employ control to ensure their security and integrity. So every user ID should be unique. Every password should be unique, and the combination of both should be unique, and you can control, you can identify the security and integrity of your data. EU Annexure 11 says about the risks management. Means whatever the electronic system, electronic procedure you going to implement in your organization, in your system is directly or indirectly related to the patient safety, data integrity, or product quality. On the basis of these three things, you can do the risk management, and on the basis of that risk management, you can apply on the computerized system, and you should think the life cycle of your computerized system. As a part of risk management system, decision on the extent of validation and data integrity control should be based upon a justified and documented risk assessment. Friends, remember that you should be document your risk assessment. You think about throughout the life cycle of your electronic system, your computerized system, then accordingly add your mitigation plan, your controls. So this is written in EU and Observer. Let's see some definition like metadata. So what is the metadata? We all know. Just remember information about the data that make the data meaningful. Means there should be some means. Every data should have some means. Means when, date and time, who, name of the user, where, an equipment, system or instrument, where is the task performed, unit, what is the measurement, audit trials, what is the statics data, data that is fixed, means 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, means 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, data should be fixed, that is static data. So what is the dynamic data? Dynamic data that allows user to interact, which could alter the result. Means you can do something makeover on your data and you find out whatever you want to do. So that is known as the dynamic data. Original data. Original data means what is first observation. So data in its original format, like in your HPLC system, in your chromatographic system or GC system, whatever the electronic data captured as the first time is known as the original data. So what is the true copy? True copy means copy of original data. Means when you're going to print out your chromatogram first time, that is known as true copy of your original data. So should be verified with sign, date by verifier or generated through a validated process. Second, contain the same information as the original data, including the metadata too. So whatever the worksheet you have, what is the weight print you have, whatever the measurement, other measurement you have should be combined with your data is known as the true copy. Okay. So audit trail, because we are discussing about the electronic data integrity EDI, we should remember that audit trail should be as per the regulatory expectation. So we should check the audit trail, we should review the audit trail, but we should know what we have to see, what we have to verify. So electronic record that allow for reconstruction of events. Okay, reconstruction of events related to creation, modification, deletion, whatever be available in electronic record. So this record is known as your audit trail. So it should be computer generated. Independent recorded means independent recorder. There is no intervention. Date and timestamp, author identified, secure, does not obscure previously recorded information. Retained for as long as subjected record, suitable for reviewing and copying. So these are some components that should be available in your electronic record when you are going to be check your audit trail. So we know about the ALCOA plus and ALCOA plus plus. ALCOA attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original and accurate. Attributable, who acquire the data. Legible, should be clear. We can read that. Contemporaneous, documented online. Original, what is the first observation? That is the original. Accurate, no error, without editing. Whatever we available should be same. So what is the plus? Plus is complete, consistent and enduring. Complete means all the things available, metadata and all. You can see this picture. You can refer this picture and diagram for the complete information about the ALCOA and ALCOA plus, because I am taking from the media this picture. And consistent. Consistent means all the record follow the expect sequence. Enduring, should be available for in the media. Okay, available, always available, accessible for review. Whenever we the audit, it should be available within the pre-described time period. Traceable, data should be traceable throughout the process. So this is the ALCOA plus plus. Traceable is ALCOA plus plus. Now see what is the guideline saying about the access restrictions. Means validation of system. Okay, we should validate our system for what? For ensure accuracy, reliability, consistent indent performance, and ability to discern invalid or altered record. The ability to generate accurate and complete copy of record in both human readable and electronic form, suitable for inspection, review, and copy by the agency. Okay, third part is protection of record to enable their accurate and ready retrieval throughout the record retention period. Okay, we can retrieve throughout the retention period. Okay, data should be available like this. D, use of secure computer generated timestamp audit trail to independently record the date and time of operator entries. Okay, so independent record, what is the date, what is the operator, what is the time and all, who, where, when, how, all the questions should be in our mind, and all the answers should be available in date audit trail of electronic data. And action that create, modify or delete electronic record changes shall not be obscure previously recorded information. Such audit trail documentation shall be retained for a period at least as long as required for the subjected electronic record. Now, next, use of operational system. Check the enforce permitted sequences of the step event as appropriate. So whatever the operation system of electronic data should be very sequential. Okay. Now, use of only authorized individual can use the system. Whatever the access you are given, whatever your right given to that person should be available for that user only. Use of device means check to determine as appropriate the validity of the source of data input. Next, person who develop, maintain or use the electronic record or electronic signature system have education, training and experience to perform that task. Means there should be the proper process, written process of how can you going to be train the person, what should be the qualification of that person, and what is the experience of that person to using that electronic system. Now next, a written policy should be hold with the individual person, and that individual person is accountable and responsible for all the action. So every person have clarity about the policies, about the process related to data integrity. So he or she will be responsible for any action. Okay. Use of appropriate control over the system documentation. Okay. First of all, adequate control over the distribution of access to and use of documentation for system operation and maintenance, and revision and change control possible should be available. And whatever you got in your audit trial, there should be proper change control management system, and there should be reference, and you can reconstruct all the data, whatever the stepwise development of that system. Okay. Now this is the restriction and all and policies. We read that. Now see, FDA warning letter. Let's see. In recent year, FDA has increasingly observed CGMP violation involving data integrity during the CGMP inspection. This is troubling because ensuring data integrity is an important component of industry's responsibility to ensure the safety, efficacy, and quality of the drugs, and of FDA ability to protect public health. Okay, these data integrity related to CGMP violations have led to numerous regulatory action, including warning letters and import alerts. Okay, let's see one by one. First of all, in first observation, what is written? All employee had the administration privilege. Okay, and share username. So action could not be attributed. We don't know who did the task or traced to a specific individual. This expose your electronic data to manipulation and or deletion without traceability. Analysts also shared the username and password for the Windows operating system for the GC workstation, and no computer lock mechanism had been configured to prevent unauthorized access to the operating system. So whatever the auto lock system, there was not available, and operating Windows operating system password was same. So we think about that, how you control and how can you achieve the attributable of your data. Second, as per FDA, our investigation observed that information technology IT staff of your facility share username and password to access your electronic storage system of data. Okay, your IT staff can delete and change the directories and files without identify individual making changes. After a previous inspection which FD observed similar deficiency, you committed to eliminate these and other data integrity vulnerability. So don't share the password. Next, during the inspection, our inspector reviewed data from your HPLC system. Okay, quality control analyst use administrator privilege to change the controls for time and date setting, and manipulate file name to override the injection and delete the original HPLC test data. Analyst also routinely tune the HPLC audit trail on or off. Okay, whatever the analyst want to on, what he on or she on, whatever he don't want, he off the audit trail. Next, uh, quality unit, after consulting with the IT department, state they were unable to retrieve the original electronic raw data because backup disks were unreadable. So where is the policy to frequency, frequently check the disk is working or not working? Your quality unit then state that backup disks have been unreadable since at least 2013. You did not include metadata with audit trail in your backup. So remember that at the time of backup, you should remember that all the traceable data should be available with your backup data. Now, a file containing the moisture content result for an API batch had been deleted. This deletion was not identified and reviewed as a part of the batch release decision. Okay. And your firm review the laboratory data does not include the review of an audit trail or revision history to determine if unapproved change has been made. Your firm use software to document. What document? Trace customer complaint electronically. The software does not generate timestamp audit trail to independently record the date and time of operator entries and action that create, edit, or modify the electronic record. Okay. Next, quality control unit failed to detect that IR inspector were being substituted by a laboratory employee. Okay, misrepresenting the actual result of the tested incoming material. You respond that you fired the chemist responsible for falsification of data. So you also indicate that you found another incident of data manipulation, including the IR involving in IR spectra. Your response is incomplete because you have not provided a more comprehensive plan to ensure the integrity of all the data used to assess the quality and purity of APIs manufactured at your facility. So, friends, remember that fire the chemist is not a solution. Where is your system? How can a chemist or a laboratory employee can do like this? So make your system like this. Anyone cannot be manipulate the data. So this is the expectation of the FDA inspector, and these are some example of from the warning letter. So please understand your responsibility related to the eDI. Okay, don't take it lightly. Make it training one by one, frequency, and remember that nobody can violate the policies. When we are going to review the audit trail, so we remember that there should be SOP, there should be written procedure, how you review the audit trials. Okay, so make a SOP, make a procedure, policy, how you review the audit trail for each and every electronic system. First thing. Second, what will be the frequency? And on what basis? What is the rationale you decided the frequency is very important. Okay. Any manufacturing process parameter or any review process, any packing process, how you review that, how you check the audit trail should be written. Okay. Process of online review of manufacturing, packing, and analysis should be designed. So this will be easy to make a decision that how we release the data, how we release our batch. So think about that very clearly to improve the compliance part of the organization. So a relation between the customer, your customer, and you build up, and these process, these policies give you the confidence in the market. So you get the strong relationship with the customer, with the regulators, and you get your audit clearance, you get your financial growth also. Same as the backup, protection, and retention. Make the policies. How can we protect the record to be loose? What is the policy of disaster recovery, of backup? And backup should be contain all the data. What is the policy of recovery checking? What is the frequency? What is the risk? Our risk-based approach. Where is the return in risk assessment? How we ensure the data is available in the same way as it's generated. So make that system, and backup process and recovery process should be validated. It should be validated. There should be the documented compilation that your backup system is doing as per regulatory requirement. Your retrieval process is working like regulatory requirement, like your data integrity guidelines. Okay, friends. This is the small presentation, small video about the EDI. I hope you understand this. I know you all know this very well. This is your best revision. I take the example from the media. So make sure about your organization doing your best to make the relationship between the customer and you and regulators, and you got the next level of compliance. With this wishes, thank you to all of you being with me and see my video till the end. Thank you so much. I will come with the next topic. Till then, bye bye, making compliance and happy.